Hi everyone, my name is Rajeshwari Saujanya. I am a law graduate and I am a writer. Well, this is going to be my first video on my account. Hope this reaches well, fingers crossed. So the first video is going to be a bit interviewing for everyone as it's an interview which I conducted with a foreigner who is so in love with our Telugu language and culture and he even visited a few places in Andhra Pradesh and posted a few videos on his Instagram account named Speak and Discover. Well, his name is Alex and he is from Ottawa, Canada. And I had a few questions in my mind, so I asked him and he answered those well. I felt extremely happy, and when I visited his page, I was flabbergasted. And yeah, while interviewing, I felt a little bit tensed whether he would get my accent or not, but it was a great interview. Hope you all watch it till the end. Kindly share and thank you.
Recording in progress.
Alrighty, right.
So yeah, can you see me now?
I can see you. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Ciao, Bagundi.
So first of all, greetings from India, Alex.
Hello, greetings from Ottawa, Canada.
Yeah, thank you so much. Should I call you Alex or do you have any other name to address you?
Alex is great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I have seen your Instagram videos a few days back, and I was really impressed and astonished that about your love towards our language, which is Telugu. And you have even visited a few places in our state, that is Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of questions in my mind to ask you. So the first question is, why did you specifically choose this language, Telugu? Like, is there any inspiration?
Of course. Prema. My partner is Telugu, and I wanted to learn a bit about her language and culture, and so the best way to do that is via a language. So that's kind of how I started with Telugu. And it's just been going from there. So I mean, it's a slow process to learn any new language, but that's the main reason why Telugu, as opposed to whatever it be, Malayalam, Tamil, or Chinese or anything. So
Yeah. So are you trying to learn other languages as well apart from Telugu?
yeah, no. So I mean, back here in Canada, I speak English and French, and a couple of years ago, I learned Spanish. During COVID, I learned Portuguese and German. So I do speak several, or I'm always learning a couple, and I've tried to learn a little bit of Hindi as well. Um, but yeah, and I've added Telugu to the list. So yeah, always learning new languages, always trying to learn new things. But yeah, Telugu is not my first language. I'm learning.
That's really nice to hear this from you. So how many places have you visited so far in our state?
So far, well, I was in India for about 2 months. I just got back about a week ago, even though I'm still posting videos from the trip. But I'm trying to think, I didn't count how many places, at least 10. I'm trying to think that I mean, I started in Bangalore and right away went to Tirupati, um, Nellore, Ungol, Khammam, Kakinada, Vizag. I'm already
In
losing count.
Warangal
That's
as
6.
well, right?
Sorry?
Warangal. Did you visit that place?
Warangal. Yeah, I visited Warangal as well, just for a day. And yeah, Kakinada, Araku, Vizag, Lampasini, Hyderabad. So yeah, about 10 places or so, 10-ish places.
Yeah, I have seen all of
Between,
your videos. And I
yeah,
really felt nice visiting our state. And I really
yeah,
felt
well, it's a beautiful spot. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful state.
apart
I mean,
from that, I
everywhere in the
just
world's
want to ask,
beautiful.
how's the temperature?
Oh yeah, everyone asks. It was hot, especially at the end of the trip. I remember being in Gandikota and it was like 42 by like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So of course I can't really handle that. So we would get up in the morning, go for like the sunrise, go to the canyon, and then by 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we'd just be in the little resort, which luckily had AC, and we'd be there for like 4 or 5 hours, just relaxing, doing nothing, pretty much napping. Because yeah, for me, 42 was way too hot. But
But
drink
you
lots of
have
water
visited
and
those
hope.
places in this extreme temperature, which is really a great thing.
I don't know if it's
We
a great
yourselves
thing
can't
or
step outside of our homes, but you started, wandering around.
I don't know if it's a great thing or just a stupid thing, but if you call it a great thing, I'll call it that. But yeah, it was definitely hot, but it's still beautiful. And as long as you get up early, drink a lot of water, and okay, there's a certain time window when you don't go outside, then you're okay. I mean, I survived
So
somehow. So
overall, how do you describe your experience?
overall, oh man, it was amazing. I definitely love to return back again. I'm sure I'll be coming back one day. I just don't know when. And I know there's so many other places to visit. And I know from some of the comments, so many people have been telling me, "Oh, come to this city, come to that city." And
Yeah,
my Google Maps, like, because I always tag places when people say it. Pardon me. So when people tell me, "Oh, visit this place," I open my Google Maps and I put a little pin and I say I want to visit it. So now when I look at my map, it's just full of like these little green marks. So yeah, one day I do want to visit because there's so many more places to visit, so much more food to enjoy, so many cool people to meet. I mean, in the future, if I do go back, I'd actually love to meet more of the people that have been following me. Because this started off as just a random project, didn't expect it to actually get more than like 20 viewers. So yeah, I'd love to go back, food, the language, the culture, and
yeah,
one
I
day,
have
hopefully.
even seen the comments as well on your videos. Like there's so much appreciation from us, and there's so much of
Mm,
encouragement as well. There have
yeah,
been
and that's
immense
been
following on your page.
Yeah, and that's been the really nice thing is to see people really encouraging and sometimes correcting me, helping to like fix my grammar because I know I speak like maybe still like a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, so still a lot to learn. But it's been really, really nice and really just really encouraging when you get all the encouragement and support from people. So
Yeah, I even commented on a few videos of yours as well.
yeah, so yeah, so one day I'll be back. I don't know when, but hopefully one day. Hopefully.
So, out of all the places, which places did you like the most? And you are looking
Oh,
forward to visit that place again.
I don't know about visiting again because part of me worries that if I love a place and I go back, then I'm going to ruin this experience. But like, there's some places I visited and I say, you know what? The people were amazing, the groups were amazing, the food was amazing, the sites were amazing. Um, so I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm just posting videos right now about Tekinata, and I actually that has a special place in my heart, just because the place was beautiful. The people were very friendly. It was just wasn't expected. Like for me, when I go places, sometimes you say, "Oh, I'm going to see this, that, that, that." Sometimes you go somewhere and you say, "I'll see what happens." And Tekinata definitely was one of those places where I didn't know what to expect, but it was just so incredible. So I'm sure I'll go back one day. I'm just worried that I will ruin that experience. But because I have such a good impression of that city. Otherwise, one place that someone told me, and I can never remember the name, but I will definitely go back, give me one second. It is called, on my little map, where is it? Here it is. There is a place called Horsley Hills that
Yeah,
I have
how
had a couple
serious.
people call
Near
Lent.
Madanpalli.
And yeah, so that is a place I am looking forward to going to one day. I don't
Yeah,
know
it's a
again
great
when
hill
that day will
station.
come, but there's that. I'm also really looking forward to maybe getting to explore. I think it's Octopus Lookout, which is close to what's it called? Sri Salam. I know I'm
Okay.
not pronouncing it right yet, but I've been told there's some really gorgeous scenery there. Where else? I don't know. I have a bit again. My map is just all green dots, so yeah, those are some places that hopefully one day I get to go back and visit and hopefully meet some of the locals there and get to, maybe inspire more people because, not everyone goes to the smaller towns. Everyone goes to maybe Bangalore or Hyderabad,
Yeah.
maybe Vizag, but, there's really a lot to offer. So hopefully we can get more people to visit these places.
Yeah. Actually, you are an inspiration to many, especially to the people who are so eager to learn our language.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot. I think the reality is Telugu has what 80, 90 million people, which is double the population of Canada. Canada's only 40 million. So twice the population of Canada speaks Telugu. So I think there's a
Really?
lot of interest. Yeah, I think there should be a lot of interest. I think, and of course, people are starting to see the Hollywood movies. RRR was a big one that came out, and I was even surprised when I had a friend of mine who asked me about RRR. Like I hadn't heard of the movie until he told me. Then I was like, oh, so clearly it's spreading the culture. So yeah, hopefully there's going to be a lot more people and interest in the language and in the region, and people can discover all that it has to offer.
Yeah. So, how is your learning progress? Have you learned any new words or sentences?
Oh, every day learning a little bit more. But it's slow. It's for me as someone who learned Spanish many years ago, which is very similar to French. So it's very like easy to kind of make the parallels. Telugu has been much harder um, grammatically and also a different script. Like I still cannot fully read or write yet. Like I'm getting better with some of the letters, but it's still a lot of practice that's going to be required before I can get to a reading level like a 4-year-old. So it's a challenge. But you know what? Every day, watch a couple things on Instagram, listen to a couple podcasts, rewatch it, re-listen to it very slow with subtitles, use some of the apps that exist to try to find new words. So I mean, it's a slow process, but it's fun.
Can you say a few Telugu words for us, or can you just say a few sentences?
I mean, the basics that everyone learns is Namaskaram, Napegu Alex, and Nenu, Canada Nundi, Bachanu, Nenu Istam Bakat, and Nenu Istam Telangana, Mahiyu Andhra Pradesh. Um, I don't know what to say. Nenu, what's the word for visit? Nenu Andhra Pradesh, visit Chasanu, and Nenu Chala. Uh, Chala Istam, Nenu Chala Santoshamga Unanu. I had a lot of fun. And Prati Hoshu Nenu Konchem Ekuva Telugu Nanu. I don't know if that made sense. It's probably all grammatically incorrect, but I don't know, some basic stuff.
But your
So,
speaking is great. It's kind of adorable.
oh,
The way
oh,
you pronounce
adorable.
some
I like it.
words.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
So,
yeah.
have you been watching any Telugu movies to improve your language?
Yeah, I have. My problem is I'm terrible with movies and titles. I watch and then I don't remember what the title is. So if someone asks me the title, I'm like, I have no idea. I need to like look up in my history. But yeah, especially my partner, she's been good at showing me a couple movies here and there, some that she knows from her childhood, some of the more recent releases. So we watch a decent amount when we can. Um, so yeah, slowly getting exposed to the culture.
So, coming to the food, apart from places, did you like the food in Andhra Pradesh? Didn't you find it
Of
too
course.
spicy for you?
No, it's been good. It's I think for some people it would be considered very spicy, but I don't know, I'm used to it. So and if not, I just had some curd, excuse me, had some milk, and then that was good. But no, overall I found it was good. The spice level was good. So yeah, not too many problems.
Nice. So, what's your favorite food you ate here?
Oh no. Oh no, that's another tough question. I like everything. See that was my problem. I would just point at something. If I see people, I'd be like, Yenta, okay, Oka Tisco or Oka Kavali. I wouldn't ask what it is. I
So,
would just
you
eat it.
love
And
trying different dishes.
yeah, I love like the blind test. Like you just like try it and you hope for the best. Sometimes I'll ask if it's veg or non-veg, but apart from that, I would never really know the name. I just, eat it, and the reality is it's all going to be delicious. There's no food that you're going to try on the street that's not going to be delicious. People eat it, there's a reason. It's because it's delicious. So eventually one day I will learn the different foods, but for now I'm just enjoying like all the different flavors and sensations and everything that comes along with all the food.
So,
I
you
just
aren't
I
picky
just like
eater.
everything.
You aren't a picky eater.
Sorry? No, I'm not a picky eater whatsoever, for better or for worse. But yeah, I just eat everything. So, and it makes it easy. It makes traveling India and traveling anywhere very easy when you just point to something and you say, sure, let me try it.
People like you can adjust anywhere in this world. Who eats everything they want?
We try. But I mean, yeah, we try.
So, do you have any unforgettable moments like during your traveling?
Oh man, every day is unforgettable. Um, I don't know. It's, everything is like, I don't know, there's so many moments, whether it be just taking an auto to like on a really bumpy road that you were like,
Riding
wow,
on
I
a
can't believe,
bike.
huh?
Riding on a bike.
Riding on a bike, riding on this, yeah, riding on the bike and the scooter, just going around, seeing the beautiful sunrises and sunsets. I mean, obviously, you're on the East Coast, so it's a lot more of the beautiful sunrises. But I mean, I remember, Visac had some gorgeous sunrises. I remember Lampasini had some gorgeous sunrises. Just trying all the amazing food. Seeing some of the nature. I mean, Bora Caves was definitely something that everyone should see. Like, I think it's definitely worth a trip to go to Bisac and just the train just to see the Bora Caves because that was incredible. I'm trying to think, you know, at the very end, going in the Dakota, the canyon, and like taking a little boat ride and like seeing the canyon and everything. That was incredible. Learning about the history, some of the amazing temples visited, the temples and stepwells, seeing some of the, I mean, there's so many unforgettable things. I mean, it was just, I'm trying to think back in 2 months. It's like, can I pinpoint like one or two things? I mean, it's just, I'll think of one thing and then I'll say, oh yeah, that was also good. Oh yeah, that was incredible. Like everything was amazing. So
While
yeah,
watching
it's
your
great.
videos, I was like, I should be like this guy. I should enjoy my life in this way, traveling around, meeting new people.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not for everyone, not everyone can be a very social butterfly and enjoy. I'm very much the extroverted by definition. I enjoy being surrounded by people. I'm the kind of guy that if I have a night or two by myself, then I'm like, okay, I need to charge my batteries by going out and seeing people. So not everyone can. Um, but yeah, for me, it's been great, and I think it's the nice thing is there's so many, like everywhere in the world, like here in Ottawa, where I live in Canada, there's so many beautiful things. And I think we just sometimes need to take time and say, okay, you know what, this weekend, I'm going to go just for like a day to this place. Or maybe if it's a long weekend or a holiday or whatever, you spend the 3 days. But you just have to say, you know what, instead of doing the like household chores, you're cleaning your meal prep, you say, I'm going to go visit something. So, yeah, hopefully it can offer some inspiration to many people and hopefully some people can be inspired to say, hey, this thing is literally 1 hour away from me and I've never seen it. Let me go. So that's what I hope.
Yeah. Looking forward visiting you, I mean, looking forward you coming to our state again, and making
Yeah.
more videos.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'm the couple videos I've recorded, I wasn't sure what to expect. So I have a lot of the videos that I'm still be posting for maybe a month. Um, but definitely from the perspective of just like a basic traveler. Whereas, hopefully next time it'll be much more. I'll be able to capture better videos and do
Yeah.
better explanation, but that'll be next time. So
So did you face
looking
any
forward.
difficulty while traveling, or did you experience any
Uh,
bad moments?
Not really. I mean, no, there's nothing really bad about it. It's just getting used to different
As you are
cultural
a
norms.
foreigner, you would be facing some kind of difficulty.
People were friendly. Like people always told me, oh, it's going to be dangerous. You stand out as a foreigner. And like, there's never been a situation that I have felt danger or in danger. Like, people have always just been extremely friendly. And, the only difficulties I'd say we would sometimes come across is just the amount of people and having to get around. We're not used to having to like get it to a bus stand and having to really find all the buses because here you go to a bus stand in Canada, it's very clear there's like three buses. So, okay, that one's going to one city, that one's going to another.
Kind of
You get to a
difficult.
bus stand in India, sometimes you're like, okay, this is like two sections and you got to figure out which platform. So it's just overwhelming. But that's like the only difficulty. And even for that, you just ask a couple people, and eventually people say, "Oh yeah, you got to go to whatever platform 6." And you're like, "Okay, where's platform 6?" And they're like, "Oh, it's a kilometer away." And you're like,
Yeah.
"Wow, it's a long walk through people." But in general, no, there's been no major issues. People are friendly. I mean, what's, I guess, advantageous, you could say, as a foreigner is people are willing to help. We ask a question, and people will go out of their way, surprisingly, on many occasions. They've gone out of their way to say, okay, follow me, I'll take you right to the platform. And it's just so really no difficulties that I can think of. I mean, apart from the couple like, oh, getting lost. But in this day and age, we also have access to, your Google Maps and everything. You can download it offline. So even if you don't have internet access, it'll tell you, okay, where you're going.
Yeah.
So honestly, there's really nothing I can say that's been a bad experience. It's all been very pleasant and very friendly
As
and
you are
just
a
a lot of
foreigner,
fun.
people tend to help you more, to guide
Yeah,
you.
no, now that I realize as well, people can see that I'm lost, and they've been very willing to help. So yeah, it's been very, very nice, and I'm really grateful for all the people that have gotten me to the right spot, helped advise me how to get where I was going, and also given me amazing suggestions. I'll say I'm going somewhere. They say, oh, while you're there, you should also check out this place. It's only like a short bus ride away, or hey, next to whatever temple, there's this whatever really nice museum or really nice historical spot. So yeah,
This could be considered as a chapter in your life, like subway
yeah,
chapter.
of course. Every day is a different chapter. Every month is a different chapter, and for sure, the next Indian chapter will be happening hopefully sooner rather than later. But yeah,
We are
one
looking
chapter
forward
closed.
to it too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to visiting.
So, do you have anything to tell us to Telugu people?
ధన్యవాదాలు. నేను Bacanlo and Andhra Pradesh and Telangana lo uh, chala istam, or do I say istam gaundi? I liked it a lot. Chala santosham
నాకు చాలా
and
నచ్చింది.
okay, not chala what?
చాలా నచ్చింది.
Not chala nachindi. And
Yeah.
and what do I say? Teledu efudu. I don't know when. Kani oka goju nenu tirigi
వస్తాను.
Bachstanu. Bastanu. I was like, okay, it's not Bachstanu, that's past.
Maybe I can be your
Bastanu.
Telugu tutor if you want.
There you go. I need a lot of help. But yeah, so that's what I'm just gonna say. To all the people that I've gotten to meet, I think you know who you are. Thank you guys for everything, and I'm looking forward to the next time.
Did you travel alone or were you accompanied by someone else?
No, I traveled for the most part by myself for a bit. Well, for the first month I was by myself. Of course, you're never really by yourself when you're solo traveling. You're always meeting different people,
Yeah, true.
staying with people. So you're never actually by yourself. But yeah, the first part was solo traveling.
As you
And
are
the
around
second part,
people, you didn't feel lonely at all.
no, you never look, you never feel lonely when you're solo traveling. And if you feel lonely, it's oftentimes the people I meet who say they're lonely, it's because they are more of the introvert and they needed their time by themselves. But you're never really alone. So that was the first half. The second month, my father actually joined. Uh, he had never been to India, and I told him, you know what? If you're able to come join me for a little bit. So he joined for about a month, and I really enjoyed that too. So it was fun to get a mix of me traveling by myself, and then as well being with my father. So both were great experiences.
So, as you were traveling alone, did you learn a few things in your life? Like, did you experience something new?
Always. I mean, what is it off the top of my head? No, you just always learn how to like be comfortable with yourself. You'll learn how to get out of situations. But again, the situations I faced were not very difficult. They're very much like, okay, how do I get this? How do I navigate a bus system? Um, but I mean, you get to learn how to appreciate the smaller things. You get to learn how to appreciate just sitting, enjoying a tea, because I did that a lot. I love doing that. You're just randomly on the street, you find a tea shop, you ask how much, and it's always like whatever, 10 rupees. You grab it, you sit and you just like take it all in and you reflect on life and how lucky, I've been to be in this place. Whatever city I was in, I was there and getting to see people walking about the regular day and just taking it all in. So but you learn new things every day. You learn more about yourself. You learn about life. You learn about society. You learn that we're all people. We all want the same things. We all want to be happy. We all want to be loved. We want to eat good food. We want to be surrounded by good people, and we're all the same. It doesn't matter where in the world we are. So I
And
believe that.
also it helps you to know who you really are.
Yeah, and I think
Finding
that's one
yourself.
of yeah, and that's one of the things when you're traveling by yourself, you really get to discover who you are, what you like, what kind of person you are, and it's not for everyone to go on a trip by yourself, but I think if you're able to get up the courage to do it, I think everyone should at least do it once in their life.
Yeah, after knowing about you, I have been so curious and I have been so ambitious to travel alone.
Yeah. Well, have you ever done it?
No, I haven't done it at all.
Not yet. Not
Because
yet. Not
yeah,
yet.
no,
Sorry?
not yet. I'm a law graduate, and there's so much time for me, so
Yeah.
I'm not
There's so
planning.
much time.
Yeah,
But you know what? Time keeps on ticking. And one day you're gonna wake up and it's gonna be a year later, it's gonna be 2 years later, you're gonna say, wow, like time has passed. So make sure you take the time to try it.
yeah. What you said is absolutely right. Maybe I would be engaging myself with work, so I wouldn't find time in future. As you said, that I should be traveling so soon, but
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. First of
yeah.
all, I should
But it'll
settle
come.
down. I should start earning. So
Yeah, that's the thing. It's always nice to like earn a little bit, and then maybe if you switch jobs, I shouldn't be encouraging this, but if you ever start a job and then if you
because
decide to
if I
switch jobs,
plan to travel soon, I should be depending on my parents. I should ask money from my
yeah,
parents.
yeah.
I
But
disagree.
if you look, yeah, but if you if you work for a couple years and then you can take like maybe a couple weeks or maybe a month off. I mean, depending on how the job goes, and then you leave the job or you switch jobs, and before you start a new job, you say, I'm taking a little bit of time off. Then for me, that's what's always been ideal. Is just whenever you switch jobs, you manage to take like a little bit of time, and then you spend that time traveling before coming back to work. So
I can consider
yeah.
this as a life advice from you.
Sure. If you take it, sure. I love it. I'd love to hear that it's like advice, but of course, you make your own adventure too. You take parts from some people, you're going to take stories from other people, and you make your own conclusions. So,
I think your day
yeah.
has just started. So, what are your plans for today?
Oh, that's a great question. Right now it's 9 o'clock my time, so I think it's like 6:30 your time. So, plan right now is I just have my coffee. So I'm going to probably post a video. I think I have a video planned from the lighthouse in Kakinada, so I'm going to be posting that now. Then I am going to probably make breakfast, and then I'm
Okay.
probably going to start sending out a couple more CVs or resumes because now that now I'm back on the job hunt. So going to start
I
applying
forgot to
for a couple
ask you,
jobs.
what do you do?
Well, right now, nothing. But no, my background's in civil engineering and construction. So that's I've worked a couple jobs related to civil engineering, to building materials, to waste management. But more recently, I've been in the sales side of things. Um, so we'll see what comes out of it. But that's kind of my background and what I've done. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I wish you to have a great day ahead.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
thank you
Thank you.
so much
Same to you.
for answering all of my questions. And
Uh,
I'm feeling so elated
yeah.
that I
Thank you
get
for having me on this. Yeah.
advice like that. So,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
thank you so
let's
much
end
for
this.
yeah, well we'll do this again. We'll do this again.
Yeah, yeah,
But
sure.
next time it'll be after your trip. You'll go on a trip and then I'll ask you questions and then you'll tell me all
Definitely,
the
I'd
things.
like to share my
Yeah,
traveling experience if that happens.
perfect.
Fingers
Yeah, it
crossed.
will happen. It will happen one day.
Yeah.
So
Thank you so much for
yeah,
taking your
thank-
time. Hope I haven't disturbed you at all.
not at all. Thank you so much. Dhanyavad, Adu.
Yeah, yeah, thank you so much.
All right.